Welcome to another episode of Gadabout United, and today I want to talk about what Ole needs to do to stay at United for at least another season or the autumn. Well, the reason I'm doing this is I'm following up on my mid-season review after some indifferent results lately against the likes of Sheffield United and West Brom. It does actually beg that question, what does the boss need to do to keep his job by the end of the season at least? If you go on social media, the Ole In and Ole Out camps are as polarised as anything you'll see in US politics at the moment, and God help you if you don't agree. The extension of free speech respect and or blocking only goes as far as you're willing to wholeheartedly stick to your red echo chamber. Personally, I've had some run-ins with passionate Ole In supporters who denigrate YouTubers like the United Stand, who seem, in their eyes, are trying to milk the situation by constantly running stories on Ole's demise. And the evidence of them monetising the subject is actually quite compelling. Personally, and with respect, I'm not a big fan of that particular channel, but I'm being completely impartial as I'm neither steadfastly Ole In or Ole Out at the moment. The Norwegian's tenure has been rather shaky since the beginning of the season, right up to the middle of December. He's always seemed like 1 to 3 games away from getting the boot, so the volume of their reporting of it, being knee-jerk or clickbaity, has some merit. As I've said in previous videos, I feel that United have been pretty lucky to end up where they are. Decisions are going our way, were going our way, at least at the beginning of the season. Bad luck for our opponents, good luck for us. Exhibit A, Brighton away. How many times did they hit the woodwork? How many efforts did they have that were just nearly in but not quite? And then we go and win it in the most ridiculous way ever after the final whistle blows, getting a penalty. Also, the inconsistency in falling away of the traditional top 6 and other challenges have propelled us to a position where we wouldn't usually be if we'd been battling in the last couple of seasons. We ended up 3rd last season, but with 66 points. The way we're going at the moment, we should be able to top that, and I think we're expecting to, and if we do, we should retain a top 4 berth for this season as well. Also, I've never wanted United to lose to get Ole to go, but there have been a number of times where I've doubted his ability to take us to the next level. At the moment, after spending a fortnight at the top, our fortunes have waned. With some poor results, City's impressive run and the likes of Leicester and Chelsea making up ground, even if it is joyfully at the expense of the Scousers, it's put a lot of pressure on us. As I said earlier, we've been dropping points against relegation hopefuls recently, and this has put us in a lot of jeopardy. The defence is worrying at best. Ole, when Eric Bailly is fit, still refuses to play him. The midfield, apart from Bruno, who uncharacteristically gives the ball away far too much, isn't creative and reliable enough as a whole, with the loss of Pogba being a welcome blow right now. Even with Pogba's injury, a number of United fans are under the illusion that Donny van de Beek is a natural successor to him and will be getting plenty of game time next season, but I don't see him covering for the Frenchman in any other games apart from cup matches. Finally, the attack is stalling, with Rashford not looking like himself for many games. Greenwood is slowly getting back to a bit of confidence, but still way off last season's heroics. And Martial looking the most troubling of all, with rock-bottom confidence and very negative body language. Luck-wise, that's also changed. Just look at the Everton and West Brom games. Everton were allowed to claim a free kick after the 94th minute, in the middle of the park, take it and score with almost the last kick of the game. Meanwhile, just before half-time in the West Brom game, we broke from a West Brom corner 4 against 1 in the middle of the park with the ref blowing up, as well as Lindelof being assaulted for their opener. And it looks like the luck we had at the beginning of the season is being evened out. The state of play is this. United, while producing this video, are 7 points off City in 2nd place. That could change tonight because they are playing their game in hand against Everton, so it could be 10 with the same amount of games played. But we are still ahead of a partly revitalised chasing pack, albeit on goal difference from Leicester. We're in the quarter-finals of the FA Cup away to fellow Champions League spot chasing Leicester, and have a tough second round Europa League tie against Sociedad. So what does Ole do from now to the end of the season to 1, keep his job, and 2, to show some progress from last season where it wasn't a bad finish? In this position, we have to be realistic. And I believe 95% of Reds are, and that is that it's City's title to lose And a good season for us is to claim a top 4 place again. Due to our current position, this is our objective to lose. Not for Chelsea, not for West Ham, not for Leicester, not even for the Scousers to take from us. And Liverpool should be far more worried than we are at the moment about top 4. I believe if Ole gets top 4 again, that is enough for him to keep his place. But I think he will have to start next season very brightly and be in a decent position come November and within touching distance of the leaders. Anything more than that is a bonus and will cement Ole's position. A top 4 finish plus either the FA Cup or Europa League can be considered a good season and significant progress. I think even if we finish outside the top 4 and win the Europa League and still get in the Champions League, that technically is even better because we finish the season with silverware and win the Champions League even if we miss out on the top 4. Now that might not sound like amazing progress if you, like me, lived through the entire Fergie era, but the last 8 years of not having a sniff of the title, it would be the biggest step forward since Fergie retired. 2 seasons on the run in the top 4, hopefully another runners-up spot, and Ole bringing home some silverware should help galvanise the squad. However, on the other side, if Ole doesn't even achieve top 4 in this mediocre Premier League season, and considering where we were, Woodward would be considering Solskjaer's position, maybe looking to bring in a bigger name. Personally, I want United to win, Ole to succeed, and the boys to kick on to next season after the Norwegian is given some money to spend on elite players in the summer. With the Glazers, you never know what you're going to get, but if they're going to stick with him, they have to back him. This attitude of wanting Ole out, even when we're doing well, from some quarters just boggles the mind for me. They are the same people who would have been calling for Fergie's head a couple of years before we won the FA Cup. Let's have some patience, people. Anyway, what do you think? Is the top 4 enough to keep the boss's job? Do you think the bar is set too low? Do you support him or do you want him gone as he's out of his depth? Please comment below and like, share and subscribe. And thanks for your support.